Oh, the weather outside is weather. Hey, everybody, it is December 14th. It is day 14 of the Advent Calendar series this year. As always, I'm Josh.
I'm Ross.
And we have our wonderful friends joining us as well. We've got Mr. Andy Lau fighting the winter storm in Eau Claire. He's going to be bringing the 13 Days of Christmas from the Brewing Project with him tonight. And we've got our good buddy Tyler from Kenosha. I just got to do that every single time. And he's going to be joining us for Three Cellars, which we're going to be kicking off here right now. So day 14's beer. Both Tyler and Ross know what we're about to drink. I do not know just yet. And I'm just kind of fumbling my way through this busted up box right now. And I think... Okay. We've got Mikerphone Brewing Company out of Illinois. This is a collaboration beer with Cerebral Brewing. It is called Alternative Tracks. It is a double dry hopped IPA with Citra and Vic Secret hops. So Mikerphone's pretty good. I've had some pretty decent stuff from them. I have not had this specific beer. Moving away from the holiday theme, but into some music-related goodies. So,
where is Cerebral Brewing? Is that
no idea?
I want to say New York. I might be making that up. Probably Chicago. I'm an idiot, but
I have no idea.
This one comes in at 7%, so kind of with a double dry hop. It's not, about where you expected. So.
Yep. Cerebral Brewing is in Denver, Colorado.
And before we dive in, what is dry hopping, Tyler? You want to explain that to our wonderful audience?
Yeah, so dry hopping is just the process of adding hops after the brew day has been complete. So you think of hops going in the boil kettle, when you look at videos of brew days. Dry hopping is as fermentation is either happening or has already happened, adding hops late in the process. So the benefit of that is that you're getting a lot of that aromatic quality without the bitterness. So when you're seeing dry hop, think a lot about the flavor without that punch. It still might have a punch. I'm sure that it does to balance it out, but it's not a super intense bitterness.
So it's really adding more scent to the beer than it's adding any actual bitterness to the beer itself. And maybe a little hop flavor to it as well.
Yeah, aromatics also just contribute to the flavor. So it's the smell and the flavor.
Yep. Rock on. Well, double dry hopped IPA. Let's pour this out. I'm guessing this is going to be golden. And
it is yellow.
It is nice and pale.
It is very pale.
Looks
All right.
nice.
All right.
Tyler's got the appropriate glass over there.
That's the benefit of knowing what you're drinking before the episode starts.
That is. I've just been going general pint glasses just because it covers me. But I got about 2 fingers worth of head on this thing. Part of that might be the pour, but Tyler's looks like about the same. Let's get a little sniff, a little nose on this thing, like we always say.
Wow.
Man, that is good.
I mean, that is just a punch of that. Those hops coming through.
Major citrus note on the nose.
We got Citra and Vic. I've never heard of Vic Secret hops. Not that I can distinguish one from the other for the most part, but I've never heard of that one before.
So Vic Secret is a Australian hop. So think like Galaxy and that, that kind of Southern Hemisphere hop. But Vic Secret gives you a lot of like passion fruit, pineapple vibes, and I'm getting pineapple on the nose right now. So
as soon as you said that, I went, "Yep." There's a little bit of that pineapple character on the nose, along with the citrus notes. Yeah. Smells
And that
very
is-
fruity.
There's
That
a little
smells
bit of
really
like
good.
stone fruit there too. I think picking up like a little bit of like a peachy kind of stone fruity vibe.
Yeah. Smells good.
Enjoying how much better you guys are at this than I am.
I don't know.
I mean, this is episode like 175 for us, so doesn't mean we're good at it. It just means we've talked about it more. All right, let's try some of this, guys. Cheers.
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 Tastes like it smells.
Mouth feels pretty light overall.
Yeah.
If you start there, you know, for an IPA, sometimes those hazies are thicker and heavier. This is like a pretty light to medium kind of body to it, which is refreshing and a nice pace, change of pace.
That now that you kind of claim like the big secret, I don't know if it's something that now I'm trying to taste for, but I really do kind of taste kind of pineapple kind of on the back end there. You know, it's refreshing. It's shockingly refreshing for an IPA and everything. Not that they're normally not, but like I think sometimes you think like, oh, double dry hop, you don't know what you're talking about. You're gonna hear from you. It's like, okay, this can be overly bitter and everything. So they get that nice refreshing kind of back end. It's really good. It's really well done. Well balanced, nice little citrus in the front, and then those other fruits kind of come on the back end.
Yeah, it's not crazy bitter. The bitterness hits you right up front on the palate, but then it dissipates quite a bit through about the mid palate, and that's when the fruity pineapple citrusy notes kind of kick in. And that's what lingers actually out the back end of the beer too, is the citrusy characters. You get it's hops. You can tell that it's hops. Along with it, you've definitely got that, kind of floral character along with the hops as well. But this is a tasty IPA. Pretty standard. I mean, there's nothing crazy going on here. I would just say a well-made, well-constructed double IPA. And the dry hopping, I think, gave it some nice aromatics. As Tyler said, it smells very, very nice. And the palate is very similar to the nose. So it's good.
I will add one thing that's unique as I've taken a couple sips is, like you guys talked about, the citrus and the pineapple are up front. Those are like the most present flavors. But as you like just let it linger, a couple of seconds after you take your swallow and you're just kind of sitting here as I was listening to you talk, started picking up some other like just nuanced flavors, like that stone fruit and a little bit of like a grassiness. That it's just a nice little trip throughout like Hopland, of different flavor notes. And you're like, oh, that was really enjoyable. And then you go to the next one and it's a nice little tour. So I like it. It's pretty unique in that aspect. It's not just a single dimensional flavor experience.
Agreed.
Yeah, really well done.
Sounds delicious.
So Tyler, Untappd, where are you putting it?
Yeah, I am, first of all, very excited to try this. I think this might be my second Mikerphone beer. Both of them have been collaborations. So I've never actually had Mikerphone 100% by themselves. But I was very excited when I pulled this can and saw the blue and the branding and knew it was Mikerphone. For everything that I've already said regarding the refreshing aspect of the mouthfeel and the body, and then the flavor aspects that I talked about, I really like it. I think I'm going to give it a 4. I was thinking about a 4 1/4. I think I'm going to leave it at a very solid 4. I would absolutely go buy this. I would recommend it for those that like IPAs. It's not overly aggressive, and I think it's a really good flavor experience. So,
All right, Ross.
So, from like everything you said, and I think my surprise of how much I'm enjoying this one is going to reason I'm going to give it a 4 1/4. I like IPAs; they're just not my jam, not really my thing. This one is definitely one I could see myself ordering multiple times. I think it's really tasty. I like kind of what you said, the trip through Hopland. It does do that. But for me, it's kind of that citrus pineapple taste that you get that really kind of wins me over. And then just it being a very refreshing IPA. It's not one where I can't taste anything after the fact. Like it's just very refreshing, very good, very light. Just well done, well balanced.
Yeah, I'm in the general vicinity with both of you guys. I don't know if I like this quite as much as both of you do. I really appreciate this beer. I like the simplicity of it, but also the complexity of it, if that makes any sense. Like, I don't think they tried to do anything crazy here. So, you know, just from a beer perspective, from a brewing perspective, it's pretty straightforward. But there are complexities in this beer. I think I'm going to go with 3.75 on this. It's not quite 4 category for me, but it's a strong 3.75, inching towards that 4 category for me. So I really like this. I think it's good. And if you like IPAs, this is one you got to pick up and check out, because this would pretty much meet anybody's requirements, I think, from an IPA perspective, if you like this kind of beer. So
Nice.
Good stuff. All right, day 14 of the Three Cellars Advent Calendar in the books. We're going to move on to Mr. Lau and day 5.
Yes,
right?
sir. Day 5 it
The
is.
13 days of Christmas. What you got?
Let's find out. See what we got going on here. Oh, what do we got? What do we got? Ending Machine? Ooh, it's a sour ale. This is going to be interesting.
Ending Machine.
Ending Machine, a sour ale with blueberry, mango, pineapple, passion fruit, basil, and vanilla.
I'm out.
Because of basil or what?
The blueberry.
That's
blueberry.
right. Duh.
There's a lot going on in here. 4.6% alcohol by volume. Doesn't tell me IBUs or anything. I have no idea what this thing's going to look like. If blueberry's the main one.
Did they name it because it's the last beer you're going to want to drink that night?
Maybe. They got all sorts of weird stuff going on. Like, it's kind of like a vending machine, but not really. There's skulls. I don't know if I want that bear coming out of a vending machine after me. Not really sure what's going on here, but let's find out what we got.
Anytime a beer has any like herbs in it, my radar goes up. So I'm curious of how it turns out for you. I hope it's good.
How about lavender?
They
I would
have
throw
one
that in the herb category.
that they started. One of their like original beers was called like Stolen Mile, and that had some sort of herb in it, and it was actually pretty well done. So, there we go. So it looks like the blueberry color kind of takes this thing over. This is going to be interesting, I have a feeling. The vanilla's throwing me off. I'm not sure if that fits in here.
You don't like vanilla and milk sugar and everything in your beers, do you? Or you like vanilla, not milk sugar?
I'm okay with
and
vanilla. Milk sugar,
Okay.
lactose, get that out of there. Depending on what you're doing with it, I guess. So, all right, so here we go. Kind of looks like a, smoothie, but it's not. It doesn't look thick like their smoothie beers or whatever those lines are called. Smells more sweet than anything. I feel like I'm getting the pineapple more than any of the other fruits in there. It doesn't have like a sour ale smell to it at all, really. Like that. I think you guys know what I'm talking about, right? Like some sours have that kind of funk smell, like to them. It's not there at all. So. Trying to pick up some of like the basil or something, but I'm not getting any of that on the nose. So I'm curious if I'll get any of that when I drink it, but I'm not really picking up. My nose can't tell what the hell fruits I'm smelling. There's all sorts of stuff going on in here. So I'm going to give it a sip. Cheers, gents.
Cheers.
Cheers.
There is a lot going on in here.
As I look a confused man right there.
Yeah.
I'm trying to figure out what the hell I'm tasting at various times throughout that sip. Because there is
processing.
Yeah, basically. think, like, I don't know if I get blueberry, but I definitely get mango and pineapple. I'm not 100% sure what passion fruit is supposed to taste like, I guess. I don't
Is
think
it
I've ever
coming
had
through as a
passion
sour
fruit
at all, or is it
by
more like a
itself.
fruited beer?
Oh, yeah. There's no, like, sour to this. There's maybe tart, but it's not like the sour ale at all. It's coming through, like, more of a lighter mouthfeel, like smoothie line of theirs. Like they just kind of really fruited up this sour and didn't make it as heavy of a mouthfeel of a beer. I get the vanilla, which is interesting, but I don't pick up the basil like at all. I don't think. The vanilla does this weird thing to it that kind of like, I don't know if it's something's like toning down the tartness or whatever would come through and just really like amping up the kind of fruited flavor of everything that's coming through, because it's like the sourness is almost just not really there at all.
Vanilla in beer has an interesting like way of smoothing out any sort of like sharp flavor. So I'm wondering if maybe it's taking whatever tartness is there and rounds it out a little bit, where it's kind of hiding it.
I think that's what it's doing, is kind of rounding it out. And I think I get vanilla on the nose now too. I don't know what the basil's doing in here. I don't know if there's any basil in here at all. And maybe somebody else would be able to pick up on it, but I'm not. I'm getting kind of like, yeah, like a nice rounded fruited ale flavor. And I think I'm getting mostly like the mango, the pineapple, and probably the passion fruit. But the blueberry doesn't really seem to come through at all. It's good. It's not bad. It's not my probably preferred type of beer. I think it's well made. I think they did a good job of putting it together. I don't know on the sour ale aspect of it. Like usually I would expect some more like kind of funk or something to it. But on the whole, I enjoy it more than some of their like thicker, really heavily fruited kind of smoothie beers. Just the mouth feels a little bit nicer. So
On the whole.
on the whole, I guess I got to rate it now, right?
You do.
Let's see. I'll probably throw this one in, I'd say 3.5. It's not probably going to be, in my top 5 of the box that I pull, just because I like sours, but this doesn't really feel like a sour to me. But it's a good solid beer. I think most people would, if you're looking for something with fruit in it, it's not going to kind of, overpower you with kind of tartness. You'll enjoy this.
Sounds like a pretty standard fruited sour.
Yeah.
Cool.
With a lot going on. There's a lot of flavors that dance around in there.
Good deal.
Well,
awesome. Day 5 of the Brewing Project. 13 days of Christmas in the books. We are cruising through the month here. It is day 14. We'll have day 15 for all of you tomorrow. Don't know what we're drinking yet, but we'll find out and we'll bring it to you. So stick around and we'll see all of you in the next one.
Thanks, everyone. Bye.
Bye.